Greetings, all you pirates out there. I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and I'm coming at you with Chapter 955 of One Piece. This time, it's continuing off where, basically where most things left off with Capone Beige's adventures in trying to locate Lola. So they arrive at the shores of Dressrosa in order to dock for supplies. Meanwhile, in the actual chapter proper, we have a lot of revelations, meetings, information exchanges, stuff of that nature. One of which is that Hiyori decided not to meet up with Zoro and Kawamatsu's allies at the moment, just because she felt that, maybe keeping the emotions on lock would help keep things, under wraps for the most part. We also come to find out of Hiyori's background, where she was a very impulsive child. She always had that kind of streak of striking out against, injustices, or she could be a little bit tomboyish, which shows, when she slapped Orochi and all that stuff. And we also have Enma given to Zoro, and we see that Enma has this strange ability which is able to literally yank out the armament haki out of its wielders, which shows that this is a sword that can only be wielded by those who have intense fortitude, as Zoro, manages to just pull back his armament haki from the sword. He's just like, give that back, don't do that. But, when he goes in order to test it out to cut a tree, he ends up cutting off an entire cliffside because of it. So, this sword that only Odin was able to wield before is now being wielded very professionally by Zoro, although not without some form of struggle. We also have the Nidai Kitetsu return to Hitetsu after Luffy ran off with it, as it was confiscated from him when he was defeated by Kaido. And so, Kiku was able to recover it from Udon Prison and return it to Hitetsu. We also come to find out that the reason why Hitetsu had remained in Amigasa village was actually to watch over both Enma and the Amano Habikiri until Momosuke and Hiyori were able to return and reclaim it. So now that Zoro has Enma, Momosuke was also to be gifted with the Amano Habikiri, but Momosuke feels that he's not quite ready to wield such a sword. We also get some information from Robin about the forces of the Beast Pirates, which consist of 20,000 men, and Orochi's entourage, which consists of 10,000 men. It's making 30,000 in total of the enemy forces. Whereas, the allied forces of the Straw Hat, Pirate Mink, Samurai Alliance only has, a few thousand, if at most, so, ain't looking too good. We also get a little bit more information about Enma and the Sandai Kitetsu, as well as the Wado Ichimonji. We find out the Sandai Kitetsu and the Amano Habikiri were actually formed by Hitetsu himself, which makes sense, he's a sword crafter. But we also find out that the Wado Ichimonji, as well as Enma itself, were created by Kazaburo Shinmosuke, that name once again coming up, the name of the village that Zoro went to in order to meet up with his master. Oh, all that stuff, that leader of Ringo, I think it was, the snowy place, that name Shimotsuke keeps popping up. And still waiting to see what relevance that all has to Zoro himself, because we're really not finding out anything. But there definitely has to be some deeper connection than just Zoro stumbling upon Shimotsuki village. And, we come to find out that Kazaburo had long since left Wano one day, and that he must have settled down in the East Blue. That's where Zoro's master resided and all that stuff. He probably even a descendant of the Shimotsuki clan. But we also have a moment towards the end where we find out Orochi has gained information about the Alliance's plan. He learned about the rebellion in Udon, and the truth about Ayasue changing the departure port and all that. He also learned about Kazuki Hiyori being alive and hiding out in Ringo. Although I don't know if he knows that Komurosaki and Hiyori are the same person, because he doesn't react to it in the way that it's just like, oh, that's, Komurosaki. But how again did Komurosaki manage to escape with under his nose? Didn't he outright kill her? Didn't he see that she was dead? It really does make you wonder about the connection with, the one dude who slew Hiyori, Komurosaki and all that. But, Orochi seems to have something up his sleeve before he leaves for Onigashima in order to go for the fire festival. We also get a little bit more background on the term of the usage snatch, that, Zoro never really used that, but he gave it to Momosuke because he was taught it by his master, his original master. We also get a few moments towards the end of the chapter where we see graves are made for both Yasui as well as Pedro. And one thing that a lot of people have talked about is the fact that, Carrot doesn't have, isn't crying as Wanda is. She has a more, stern face with a bit of a smile, her casual smile. But I feel as though this comes from the fact that Carrot's already cried her tears for Pedro. She's, been given this newfound determination, although some think that she might in fact be the traitor. I really don't want to believe this. I'm still under the assumption that, there's Carrot has a bigger role to play in everything. And to have it simply be that she's the traitor feels it just really spit in the face of everything that her connection with Pedro. I really don't believe that she's the traitor myself. We also see that Luffy finally learned how to use the advanced form of armament haki, sending out the shockwave when he's striking at a tree, so he's finally started to come along with that as well. So hopefully it'll at least give him a little bit more of a fighting chance against Kaido, but with the alliance of Big Mom and Kaido, dude, there's only so much you can really do. But the day of the fire festival finally comes, and the Alliance gets ready to set out for Onigashima, and we end our story with the, some of the 9 Red Scabbards in the conjunction with both Shinobu and Momosuke. They all set out in order to, get ready for the final attack, and we end off the Wano arc, Act 2. One thing worth noting is the fact that Hiyori actually shows up in her regular attire playing the shamisen, and not in the visage and, the dressings of Komurosaki. So I feel that really does solidify that Hiyori and Komurosaki are in fact the same person, although we don't see Hiyori's face during this moment. So it really does make me wonder, is there a bigger significance to Hiyori playing the shamisen at the beginning and end of each act, or is there something deeper going on there as well? It really does make me wonder if there's some greater meaning or purpose to Hiyori never really being involved with any of this stuff. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, but definitely tell me your thoughts and theories in the comment section below. Do you feel that Zoro will fully be able to master Enma, or will it continue to give him his notable handicap he always seems to get in every storyline? And what of Hiyori? What kind of role is she actually going to play in the fact that she never even went to meet her brother? There's definitely got to be something more to that as well. Not to mention the Shimotsuki clan. What significance do they have in conjunction with Zoro? And is there any real major connection in terms of them and Wano? Is it just an interesting Easter egg, or is there more to it? And how is, we have Frankie planning for a greater numbers in terms of their attack force than what they'll actually have. Will that have relevance as well? It really does make you wonder. And what of Carrot? Do you think that she might be the traitor as some have theorized, or do you think that that's more of a bit of a misdirect? Honestly, I can't see it. I definitely just can't see that for Carrot. But, that's a bit about all I can really speculate and theorize in this moment. I'm really behind, so I don't expect too much, but this is for anyone who's still kind of catching up as I am in terms of reviews, or just wanted to talk about the various different chapters themselves, because every chapter deserves to be talked about in their own right because of the great amount of information and time that's put into each one of them. It's a work of art in and of itself. But again, thoughts and theories in the comment section below. If you liked this review, feel free to leave me a like. If you didn't, feel free to give me a dislike and tell me what I did wrong in the comment section below. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way you never miss out on another One Piece chapter review for when I finally catch up. And if you want to find me on social media, just Google Duuz-Diz-Din. I am everywhere, for better or for worse. And until the next video, just remember that sometimes you might have to battle the forces of hell in order to find your true heaven. Because Enma, leader of the underworld, I'll see myself out. Until next time, I'm Duuz-Diz-Din, and it's high time I went to bed. Bye-bye.